next question says, the unemployment rate may underestimate the true extent of unemployment if A, many people have a part-time as well as a full-time job. B, there are a large number of people working in the underground economy. C, many people become discouraged and cease looking for work. And D, employees increase the number of hours they work over time. And so this question is really testing us on how knowledgeable we are about the kind of definition of unemployment rate. And so the definition of unemployment rate is the, given by the equation, the number of unemployed people, not sure why the thickness changes, divided by number of people in the labor force. So note that it's a proportion out of the number of people in the labor force and not the proportion of people in the entire country. And so what this question is going to ask us is, how do we characterize people who are in the labor force? And there's two kind of conditions for that. The first is that you're able to work, and so that means you are of the appropriate age, you're an adult, you are you don't have a disability, there's no nothing barring you from working. And then the second condition is that you have searched for a job in the last 4 weeks. And so any basically meaning that you are actively looking for employment, right? And so anything that doesn't meet, anybody who doesn't meet those two criteria would not be considered a part of the labor force, and therefore would not be included in the unemployment rate. And so there is a class of workers which, although not included in the labor force, are able to work, and therefore should, by all other counts, be included as in the measurement of unemployment, and they are not. And so those people are what we refer to as discouraged workers. And so that means that they fulfill that first condition of having the ability to work, but they have not searched for a job in the last 4 weeks, and we call them discouraged workers because a lot of times it's because these people give up on finding a job and are no longer actively searching for a job. And so they become discouraged. And so answer choice C is going to be the one that is the most relevant in terms of this question, because discouraged workers are basically unemployed workers, yet they are not. They are part of the true unemployment rate, but they are not included in the official definition of the unemployment rate because they are not considered a part of the labor force, right? So, they're not considered. They're not considered a part of the labor force, and so we're going to have that be the issue that we're facing. And so let's take a look at the answer choice given before us. It says C, many people become discouraged and cease looking for work. And they find the prolonged is a state of being unemployed. I'm not sure what prolonged work refers to here, so we might have to modify that. The more discouraged. Oh, okay, I see. The prolonged is the state of being unemployed. So the longer someone is unemployed, the more discouraged an individual becomes, eventually succumbing to situations and cease their pursuit of job opportunities. A discouraged worker is considered out of the labor force. The collection of such individuals who are unemployed but are not counted as unemployed causes a severe understatement of the unemployment rate. The unofficial unemployment rate considers an individual unemployed if he or she is willing and able to contribute to the workforce and is actively looking for a job, but is not able to get an opportunity. Yeah, so that's right. And I think there are some things in the beginning that are confusing, but this last part definitely clarifies what we refer to as unemployment, right? And we're going to add an addendum for what labor force is defined as. So, good solution, labor force is defined. Labor force is characterized by people fulfilling two conditions. One, they are able to work, and two, they have actively looked for a job in the last 4 weeks. Because discouraged workers do not actively look for jobs, they are not included in the labor force. Add that in as well. And otherwise, the solution is correct.